Pat, it's going to be 20 years since Smarty Jones won the Derby and Preakness next year. Is that kind of hard to believe? Like, where did the time go
You know, in so many ways, Dick, you're right. It's hard to believe it was that long ago. And yet, in other ways, it feels so far ago, so long ago. It's hard to explain. But yeah, where the heck did the time go? It goes faster every year.
Indeed. And when you look back on it, Pat, on 2004, what stands out for you? Was it all the races that Smarty won or the one race that he didn't win?
Oh, boy. Boy, you hit hard, Dick. It's all of it. It's what he did for racing, what he did for so many of the fans, the excitement he created, so many children whose lives he touched. I still look at that stack of fan mail from so many people, but particularly from children who were inspired by Smarty. Those are the things I remember. And of course the big win in the Derby, well, big wins all the way. The big win in the Derby and the Preakness, winning second place in the Belmont Stakes, that ain't bad, is it?
That's a pretty good run. No question about it. In 2004, Act 71 was finally passed, the slots bill, and Governor Rendell has given credit to Smarty Jones. He said it never would have happened. They've been trying for years. What does that mean for you that Pennsylvania racing has been able to thrive largely because of the impact of Smarty Jones?
Well, it's kind of unbelievable. It's hard to believe that one little homebred horse from a small farm in Pennsylvania, it could do all of that and, made it all possible to happen. And, of course, Ed Rendell was certainly a big part of it, pushing for it and being so passionate about getting this done. He was certainly a big part of it, and all of you were. But hard to believe that horse did so much for Pennsylvania.
And speaking of Pennsylvania bred, you made the decision a few years ago to bring Smarty back home to Equistar Farm up not far from Harrisburg with our friend Rodney Eckenrode. What has that been like to have Smarty back in Pennsylvania?
It's been wonderful. That's really where he belongs. I thought he might be breeding more horses than he is, to more mares than he is, but that's not happening. So those days are winding down, but it's still great to have him in Pennsylvania. And now I have to start thinking about the rest of his future, because I'm not sure how much longer he's going to be staying in the breeding shed.
And Pat, Smarty Jones Day is every year, once a year, they run the big Smarty Jones. 4 years ago, you brought him back to the track. You were there. What was that like to have Smarty back at Park?
That was such an unbelievable day. That was so much fun. It was magical. Seeing him walk down the track with Rodney and Mario, when I looked out and saw Mario, I went right back to those stakes races at Oaklawn Park and the Derby and the Preakness, seeing Mario there, and I just walked out in all that mud and joined Mario to walk with Smarty. None of it was planned. It just happened, and it was so magical to me. It's another very special time in my life, a time I won't forget about. It was great.
Now, how about you, Pat? You left Pennsylvania. You live in Florida now full time. What is it like? What's your life like down in Florida?
I have a wonderful life. I made a good decision, and I made a wonderful choice of home. I'm living in a continuing care retirement community, which sounds like we just have a bunch of old folks. Well, we're a bunch of older people, but let me tell you, there are not many old folks here. It's a great, vibrant community to be in. I'm very happy to be here. I love my home. I enjoy my new neighbors and neighborhood and feel very safe here. My children don't have to worry about me. I do miss being with the family in Pennsylvania, and I miss seeing all my horses. I'm going to have to make a special trip up really soon to see what's going on with my horses at the track. Not much these days, unfortunately, and I need to get up and visit with Smarty and go and see Shirley, who's got my broodmare band, which has shrunk. So life has changed. Life is evolving. It's always interesting. It's always exciting. The next chapter is, always right around the corner, and something I look forward to.